I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war.
So, in the winter of 1992 in Gilmer, Texas, they learned just how fast a quiet town can lose its mind, basically. A girl vanished, Kelly Day Wilson. She's 17, barely off of work. Halfway between a doorway and a parking lot. I'm not reading this. When the world swallowed her whole, with no struggle, no noise, no witnesses, just a clean disappearance pulled off by someone who understood timing, darkness, just a little too well. This really should have been a simple crime. Follow the routine, follow the suspects, follow the truth. But Gilmer never made it that far because this was right in the middle of the Satanic Panic. And it was already smoldering across the country. It had been there for almost the very end of the Satanic Panic, waiting for it's just setting it on fire. And when it found Gilmer, though, it didn't need proof. It only needed fear, because that's the kind that settles into a community's bones and makes the shadows look like enemies. Bad social workers, a scared sheriff, and a family that was odd took all the attention away and left this girl completely, what would you say, unanswered in her, legalese, a sense. I don't want to say vengeance. Maybe vengeance. I don't know. Justice. Justice was never served. Texas Attorney General had to step in, and it's crazy. This whole thing is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I would say that when you had me read it, I remember going, what does Satanic Panic have anything to do with this woman's disappearance? I mean, I was kind of like, where is the linkage of that? Where did that come from?
Well, when we were doing doing the research on it, you kept saying, I keep seeing this article come up about these kids being abused.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with this woman getting kidnapped?
Yeah, exactly. I kept thinking, I don't understand. Where's the link? Where do these two things come together? Why are they linked? Because they're two totally separate things.
Yeah. But it wasn't separate, was it?
No.
It's absolutely insane. So I guess this is what happened to the girl, Kelly Wilson. Right?
Basically, she's just like any other 17-year-old teenage girl that works at a video store. Remember Blockbuster in the day?
Yeah, but it was called something else.
Videoland.
Videoland.
Videoland. And basically, she's doing her job. She's basically getting ready to, close and everything.
She's taking the deposit.
Yeah, taking the deposit, which I think is pretty awesome.
That means she was a trusted employee.
Exactly. They didn't let just any old 17-year-old do that. Basically, she's doing that. Her boss is like, okay, I'll see you in the morning. You're going to, open, correct? And you're like, good night. And then...
No, it was North Texas Video at 8:30 p.m.
Oh, North Texas Video.
North
For some reason,
Texas Video.
I guess
Videoland. You're just astronaut in Funland kind of thing going on.
I guess, maybe. I don't know. That's good. I don't know. You read one thing. Hey, I can't help it. I got trifocals, man. It's called, you got to be like,
You're not old. Stop.
I have shitty eyes. Excuse my language. Sorry. But anyways, this poor girl, though, they show her on camera, correct? What little bit of camera back in 92 we had, actually making the deposit, correct?
Yeah. Well, somebody made the deposit because they couldn't tell by the video who it was.
That's true. I do remember that.
And then they found her car at the video store, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. She didn't make the deposit. Somebody else did.
Was it at the video store or was it somewhere else?
It was at the video store.
Was it really?
Where she always parked it. Her purse and all her personal belongings are in there. But not her keys.
Yeah, she had her keys were gone. She had her purse inside. No teenage 17-year-old girl or a woman is going to leave without their purse unless they're forced. I mean, your money, your whole life is in there.
It's like leaving your phone in the car.
Yeah.
My $1,500 phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she got a slashed tire.
Yeah. And that didn't help at all.
No.
She had she did kind of break up with her boyfriend, or was going to, or having boyfriend troubles. They do know that, but it remains to be seen because that dude died of cancer.
Yeah. But every 17-year-old female at one point in their time has boyfriend or boy troubles. That's just part of the age.
Yeah. It's crazy because they got to the scene and they did their due diligence, I guess. There was no forensic stuff back then. I mean, come on.
They had fingerprints.
Well, that's fingerprints, but they didn't. Everybody touched her car. Everybody's probably hanging out with her.
But they still should have done something, in my opinion. Still,
I would think.
I mean, I would think that would be the first thing is let's get out the fingerprint thing and let's swap, let's just dust it.
Yeah, the first thing they wanted to do was find that fingerprint. Got me saying it now. They wanted to find that the kid who slashed the tire, whoever slashed the tire. That's the first thing they wanted to do.
Well, yeah, you want to figure out, okay, you think, slash tire, you're making this lady vulnerable. That's probably going to be your suspect or person of interest highly. And in this case, I would think. But they didn't go anywhere with it. Correct?
Well, they found him.
Yeah, they found him.
And, they interrogated him, talked to him, and it turns out that he had slashed other people's tires. This is something he thought was funny.
Yeah, he just thought, I'll just go around it was the same parking lot, correct? The same parking lot.
And around town, too.
Yeah, just slashing people's tires.
Michael Bibby.
I don't find that funny. If I walked out, my tire was slashed, I would be a little...
Thank you. I just spent $900 on your tires for you.
Exactly. I'd be like, blankety blank, blank, blank.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
I would be
Kick
hot.
his ass.
Yeah. He got in trouble for that legally, didn't he? If I remember correctly. Which he should.
Yeah, he got a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, that's not funny.
It's not a felony. It's just mischievous conduct and with damage.
Yeah, but if you think about it nowadays, if somebody was to do that, I wouldn't be surprised if people go after him for the money for the tires, much as tires cost.
Yeah. My tires are what, $280 a piece?
Yeah, I ain't cheap.
No, thank you. She had plans for the next day even.
Yeah, wasn't she going to go to a party or something that night too?
Yeah, no one saw her disappear.
It's like she went into thin air.
She poofed
in
I
thin
do
air.
that after I eat a lot of beans.
Oh, gosh. Something like that, yeah. Nasty. But, I mean, she just
Thanks.
Well, everybody does it.
Yeah, everybody does it.
But, I mean, how can you not...
What are you talking about, skeevy stoner? Girls don't fart.
Oh, yes, we do.
I've been hitting her with so many Jay and Silent Bob references the past few days. She has no idea because she's only seen the movie once.
I've seen the movie once. And I'll look at him and I'll be like, I vaguely remember that reference. I've slept since then.
They looked in to see if she was a runaway or something like that. She's not.
She's not a runaway.
She didn't run away, but they never found her.
Never found her. Never did it. She's like, she literally just walked out of this video store and disappeared.
Yeah. And they didn't, I guess they're just really bad at interrogations because they say they interviewed everybody.
I mean, everybody wants to believe that and everyone wants to say that. No one wants to be like, yes, I'm in this town and I messed up.
Yeah. So, and it just went cold.
Yeah, it just went cold.
It's gone. And at the same time,
something else was brewing.
Yeah.
Which I'm still mind blown by.
Yeah. There was another family called the Kerrs. Kerr.
And I guess they had
they lived on a compound.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any money. There was just a bunch of people living there.
What's 10 or 17 kids or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of children.
And so the CPS was investigating them. And this is like 4 years later or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane. And so the CPS, they came in and they took the kids out. And there was this 7-year-old that they took out of there because he wasn't getting fed. He wasn't getting bathed,
Yeah, it's child neglect.
Yeah, exactly. Really, and the abuse was real. They documented what they were doing to these kids. And they placed him in a foster home.
Did they place all of them or just a few of them?
Well, it doesn't say about the rest of them because they didn't hit the news and they don't talk about foster kids. And this is close enough to modern times that those dockets are closed.
Yeah, they're very close. Even in the courtrooms where I do for CASA, you're only people, unless you're working with, CASA or the judge or whatever, it's a closed courtroom. Nobody else is allowed in there except the people that are actually...
The only reason we know about the 7-year-old is because he was the hinge point for everything that had to follow.
Yeah, he's the speaking point that kind of started it all.
Yeah. So the CPS investigators, they had it out for the Kerrs because they couldn't get all the kids out of there, and they went them in jail and split up and just let's get these people out of here.
Which I find that strange, but like I said, a lot of things have changed since this case and versus now. If you got child neglect on one, you got child neglect on all of them.
Well, it's a rural area too in Texas.
They probably don't have enough foster homes.
And they probably don't have any supervision either.
That's true.
Comparatively, like you would in Dallas. You have 10 foster agents or CPS agents and per shift leader or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I just find that kind of like you take all of them or none. I mean, that's how I look at it. But
I don't disagree with that. So they coerced this kid into what they would do. They took him out to the woods near the Kerr compound. Mm-hmm. And this one lady, she would grab him like a big bear hug, right?
Yeah.
And squeeze him and then rub his chest, the side of his chest. I don't know what this means, but that's what he said that she did to him.
It's like therapeutic comforting or something?
Yeah, it was one of those things. Because remember, we didn't know anything back then. And my gosh, it's awful. The holding technique, physically restraining a child while demanding disclosures. That's what she was doing.
Oh, that is so illegal.
Yeah. And she was asking them, did these people wear masks? And did they cut people? Were they murdered? Did they murder people?
Seriously? She's like grooming the kid?
Yeah, she was asking those.
So, of course, he wants to be let go and maybe stop having his chest rubbed if he's been abused. He'll say whatever she wants.
And it comes to find out that she did repeated interviews. So, see, the problem is he's in foster care now. He doesn't have the legal rights because he's a witness, not a suspect. And as a witness, your legal rights are different than if you're a suspect. But
I would like to think, I don't know.
In all cases, actually.
When children come into care now, they're assigned an attorney.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was like.
Probably for this reason.
I don't know. What year did all this go down?
1992.
Same year, okay.
1994.
Okay, so it's like 2 years later. Okay, that's right. So I don't know the laws in the 90s. They were
not as good as they are now.
Well, it takes something bad in order for laws to get changed. Let's be realistic.
Well, it's the middle of the Satanic Panic, too. If you're not familiar with what that is, we'll get into that in a second.
Oh, yes. I was a little kid when all this, I was in elementary school and then junior high when all this kind of thing took place.
92 was right at the height of it. We had, anyway. So they would reward him when he remembered correctly. Right? Remembered correctly.
Oh, this sounds so awful.
And then if he didn't remember correctly, he'd get disapproval, more pressure from the holding technique and emotional coercion.
So
how could you not remember that?
So this social worker I'm just making a wild guess here. So what, this social worker just had it out for these people, probably because more than one, I'm just guessing here. I don't know if this is fact.
And they may have believed they were Satan worshipers as well.
So like more than one incident, obviously she's run into these people. I'm making a huge stretch, but I guess here, guys, we don't know. But in all of this, she just wants to put this people down.
Yeah.
And she jumps to Satanic Panic. She already has abuse on them for abusing the kid. Why add Satanic Panic on top?
Well, I think she was a victim of Satanic Panic.
The social worker?
Yeah.
Maybe.
She thought, oh my God, these people are out here sacrificing children.
Just because they live on the farm in the woods?
Yeah.
All horror films start out like that.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I mean. She was probably a victim of it.
Would she think they're like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family?
Exactly. So they moved him into the Bass foster home, Mrs. Bass.
Hopefully they were nice to him.
And all the children lived there together. They reinforced each other's new narratives, too.
Oh, no.
So they talked to each other. I think I remember that. They're just little kids, man.
And wasn't it folie à deux whenever you like either do like you do something normally you would not do something bad on your own.
Yeah.
But you
group think.
Group thing. It was like so all of them are folie à deux here in my opinion. They're all like, "Oh, you said that? Okay. I don't remember that, but you did." Okay. And they're all siblings and they want to stick together and they come from such trauma of like neglect and
the social workers they lit a fire under Bass.
Oh no.
So Bass also fed him information about Satanic Panic and what they thought people did.
Oh, so you're just putting all these ideas in this kid's head.
He's 7.
He's 7, so he's going to repeat.
Mommy, what's up, penis? 7.
He's just going to say whatever these because he thinks I'm safe now. These are nice people. Well, they say my mom and dad did it, so I'm just going to repeat it because I'm finally safe. Yeah. This poor child. I mean, he's messed up for life without good therapy. I mean, poor kid.
Yeah, so they take him out that field and they had him show them where human bones were.
Did they actually dig?
They found bones.
Were they human?
Well, they thought they were.
Oh,
they believed it, and then they sent it off to the factory or to the forensic lab, and came back. No, those are animal bones. Those are not human.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it took 2 years, a year and a half, for them to do that test. Back then, it wasn't fast like now. We can just boom, done.
Yeah, it's true.
You can pull the DNA off of it.
Pull the DNA or take it to forensics lab. They'd be like, no, that's a cow hip, not a human.
There was blood on a shovel.
Oh, that's not good either.
I said, and it wasn't linked to Kelly. Wrong blood type or something. I don't know. They didn't release a lot of these details. And it just went downhill from there. They eventually claimed that all this was happening, and the sheriff got a hold of it.
Oh, of course.
And it just went off the rails.
So he finds out, like, hey, the social worker gets this kid saying that they're out there killing people. Oh, I wonder if that's Kelly's killer. Yep.
And he knew Kelly. He knew her in the family.
Well, it's probably small town. They probably
There's some idiots out on the internet that say that they were dating, but I doubt that very much.
Small town Texas,
idiocy.
Small town Texas in the 90s, like small towns around here in Arkansas, people tend to kind of know each other in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Or know of each other, not necessarily close.
Like 2,000 people in the county.
Oh, yeah. They're tight knit.
At the time. Now it's different, of course, because it's 30 years ago now.
Yeah, everything's expanded and gotten bigger.
Exactly. Connie Martin, Ann Gore, who was a CPS worker. Debbie Minshew was also a CPS worker. I mean, all these people. And then here's the thing. Get this. The CPS people, guess what they brought in?
Oh, no. What did they bring in?
They brought in paranormal experts.
What?
Yes.
What does paranormal experts got anything to do with anything?
This person was a paranormal expert and a Brooks Fleeg, and also an occult enthusiast.
Okay, occult enthusiast is people.
That's
someone
me.
who likes to read about it. Is curious.
Yeah,
that doesn't make you an expert.
And the sheriff and the county prosecutor, they all got into it. And the Bass family didn't help. You know what I mean?
Because they're probably mad and staunch, angry at the county for taking their kids. Yeah. So they're probably going to be...
the Kerr family.
Kerr family, sorry. They're probably going to be showing their butts. They're not... they're probably not helping their situation either.
Yeah. They even got the FBI down there. I don't know what happened with that.
So
absolutely insane.
Did they coach this kid to be like, hey, did you know this girl?
Yeah.
Where are her bones? Yeah.
They said they watched him kill her.
Really?
Yeah.
So they had to fed him the name. The name. It's a boy, correct?
Well, he didn't know. He just knew what she looked like because they probably showed him a picture.
Yeah, she's a beautiful blonde. We'll post her picture if we can. She's a beautiful girl.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, so what they've done at this point is completely ignored all the evidence.
Yeah, they probably didn't take any evidence. Probably like, I wonder, this makes me so mad because it's not fair to the victim here that you're just like lazy police work and want to just instantly blame it on somebody else and don't actually link it correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, no wonder this is an unsolved case.
Yeah, they completely botched this. 100%. The kid told him there was bodies buried there, blood-soaked tools used in rituals, burned remains, things like that.
And they found none of this.
Nothing existed except for a bunch of animals because they're probably having to raise their own food because they're poor.
Yeah, yeah. So the investor didn't go, I don't think this is linked. If you have no evidence, how? I don't get it.
And on top of that, this Sergeant James York Brown, who went from being the investigator in the Kelly case, was now turned into, he was now turned into a player, someone who helped kill her.
What?
They did that too.
Who did that?
This is Salem witch trials all over again.
Yeah, they're just going to like kind of poke at whatever they think's going to stick. So the investigator did it. So let's just devil.
Yeah,
advocate.
they got down to it. I mean, this is all in the court records. The CPS ladies and the Bass lady did this.
So they said it was the investigator that did it.
No, yeah. They turned on him.
So I guess we can't stick it on the family that we think is satanic. So we're going to stick it on the guy the cop.
Yeah.
This is like.
So they actually got the kid to say that he was there too.
Man, how much coaching did you have to do to this kid? If you say this, I'll give you some candy. I mean, really, what did you have to do?
Yeah. And again, the rights of that child are much different because the child is a witness, not a participant.
This poor kid now as an adulthood, he probably doesn't know what happened to him.
He does. He's got a whole book out there.
Oh, does he really?
Whole stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting to get a hold of. I probably would get halfway through it and get frustrated, mad reading it. I mean, little kids can't. This is why you have like certain people that are trained to interview children.
Yes.
Because
you can lead them so far astray.
Because they just want to please you because they're finally out of their bad environment. They'll probably say anything not to go back.
Yeah, and the location changed like 3 times.
Isn't that enough of a red flag to go, this doesn't work?
Exactly.
We're talking about this like so many years later from like a totally different perspective. But
well, I think the biggest thing here, and I'm trying to get to my notes on it. I got a 42-page book on this thing. And what I really wanted to do is get into the Satanic Panic that caused all this.
So should we talk about that?
Yeah. You know a little bit about it, don't you?
Yeah. All I know, it started from a book that a woman supposedly, what's the name of the book?
Oh, man. I haven't got to my bottom of my notes.
Basically, it's like a woman had these memories, or went to a therapist, and they had all these oppressed memories of things in the past. And she kept saying that she was a victim of watching these type of occult rituals when she was a child. And so she wrote a book about it, and they went all over her. All the talk shows probably back then. Sally Jesse Raphael and all of them. She was everywhere promoting her book.
And I saw some of this stuff, and I was just rolling my eyes all the time. You people are idiots.
And that affected other cases like the West Memphis Three.
Oh yeah,
that's a prime example of people like, and it's another Arkansas case.
The McMartin preschool, was the big one.
Yes,
it's considered the epicenter of the Satanic Panic.
More so than the book.
Oh yeah, sparked by a single accusation from a mentally unstable parent
who accused someone of touching their child within the daycare. Wasn't it like a couple, like a man and woman, and they owned this daycare for years, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
And like everybody started accusing, like, I think the husband for a while, correct?
Yeah.
And then they turned it on the wife too, right?
Yes. And it took 7 years to litigate this.
7 years.
And it's in the paper every day. Satan's worshipers now accused of
molesting or touching children in their daycare.
Yeah.
And they're forever, nothing happened. It was proven that nothing happened, correct?
Correct. Correct. Nothing ever happened. The FBI had a whole report on it that says this is Satanic Panic is based on nothing.
But these people can never go back to doing daycare ever again.
No, probably not.
And I would, if this was me and I was getting accused of that, even though I was acquitted and didn't do anything, I would feel like I had to move.
Yeah.
And they're all over. It came nationwide, correct?
Yes. Worldwide, actually.
Really?
Yeah. It even jumped countries.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Kern County sex ring case. Somebody up in Oregon, I believe it is, claimed that there was a sex ring, and they convicted. There's a whole documentary on Netflix on this.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They convicted 36 people to be involved in the sex ring, abusing people under the age of 14.
Really?
Convicted them. Yeah. Salem witch trial. There it is.
Yeah, it
Boom.
is. Boom. Innocent people going to jail.
And all the cases were overturned. Every last one of them.
Good.
Because it didn't happen. It was a bunch of little kids saying, yeah, they did this. Yeah, they did this. They took me in there and I had to go to that party.
But who's coaching them? They're
social workers. Because who's going to talk to the kids?
social work.
Social workers and the police.
So like,
I think the Kern County was more of a, if I remember from the doc, it was more of a, the police kind of thing. The police did that one.
Does these social workers in the 90s have like what extra training on Satanic Panic? Extra training on.
Yeah, they watch TV.
And are they like, you got a pentagram on the floor, you're going to hell. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like.
Then Jordan, Minnesota, West Memphis 3.
Which that was a sad
It's still
case.
sad because they had to take an Alfred plea to get out of jail, and that's not right.
Arkansas.
I think that Arkansas is really kind of dirty on that one.
We screwed them over in so many ways, and they're still fighting to have DNA tested so they can.
They have to do it privately.
I just think, come on, Arkansas doesn't want to admit we screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Who cares? Well, they don't want to get sued because Arkansas has a surplus budget, so they have money they can go after.
Oh, that's right, we do as a state. Ooh.
Exactly.
Well, still, if you messed up, own it and apologize and move on.
Yeah, in Canada, Martinsville ritual abuse case in 92 as well. So it's not unheard of. It's happening all at the same time. Oak Hill Daycare in Texas in 1991.
What's up with daycares? I mean, I don't.
Check this out. Dan and Fran Keller were convicted based on children's claims of ritualistic torture and fantastical allegations. Medical evidence cited at the trial was later proven false. And they had, but not until they served 21 years in jail.
21 years
Or
of
the
their
Satanic
life.
Panic got them.
And
They didn't do anything.
If you think about it, people who've committed crimes against children
Yeah.
don't fare well.
And it goes
in
on
jail.
and on. The County Walker babysitting case, Fells Acres Day School, Glendale Montessori case in California, Wenatchee sex ring hoax in Washington. It's another sex ring. Geez. Chicago Ripper Crew claimed to be of gang raping people. Matamoros, cult in Mexico. And they just keep going and going and going.
So there's no direct pattern in the U.S. as far as like what state seems to like want to prosecute poor people for satanic panic.
Right. Well, more than likely, it's just, it's, I don't know. It's a thing, though. You said your parents were upset about that. They were worried about it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that had to do with like my mother, God love her, is very conservative and was kind of raised on fire and brimstone.
I don't know if she's conservative as much as she might just be Southern.
Well, there's a story that my father told me once that this kind of will explain a little bit about it. They were getting married, and my dad likes to, at the time, loves to just learn and read, and he'll read anything. And he had a book on, I want to say it was like Wicca or something like that. And my mom almost broke off their marriage because he had that book.
Yeah. That was the thought, the thinking of the times.
Yeah, thinking of the times of like, if you're reading this stuff, you can read it, I think, and just educate yourself. But if you're like in possession of it, then you're like going to hell.
Yeah, you can't even touch it. Well, people misinterpret the Bible, and you go to Baptist church or some
wherever,
kind of,
yeah.
And they say, oh, you can't even be around it. You know, it doesn't happen through osmosis. Just because I'm in the library doesn't mean I know all the stuff that's in all these books.
Because I asked my dad, I was like, why did you have the book? And he said, I was just really curious about what it was. That's the only reason why I bought the book.
Why would I care? Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's innocent. And he's like, but I got rid of it because I wanted to marry your mother.
So the FBI's own expert, Kenneth L. Lanning, stated there is little or no evidence for large-scale baby breeding, human sacrifice, or organized satanic conspiracies.
So what made this woman write that book about all her oppressed memories? Do you think her therapist was just feeding her stuff to make himself famous?
You know, oppressed memories can't be trusted because we do dream. And when you're talking about entering the subconscious, it could just be part of that mechanism that causes you to dream and dream something in your head.
That's true.
We don't actually know exactly why we dream even.
Well, we don't want my dreams to become a reality. That'd be scary.
Mine are cool. Mine are TV shows.
I don't know.
I literally, I do. I've told you this from the beginning.
Yeah.
I dream in TV shows and movies.
But yeah,
it's interesting. I have whole movies in my head when I dream.
When I was pregnant, I had a dream that I gave birth to a bunny.
A bunny?
A bunny.
It's a sweet little bunny.
And I was horrified that it was a bunny. And everyone was like, oh, what a cute little baby. And I'm like, it's a bunny.
Well, think about it this way. You wouldn't have to worry about any repercussions from giving birth because it's tiny, tiny.
No, it was like a human size, like a baby size bunny.
It's a gargantuan bunny.
Yeah.
And that was just a baby bunny?
Yeah. And I'm just,
oh my gosh.
I'm just laughing in my head because I'm thinking like all of us like dream this stuff. But is therapy even changed over the years? They're
yes.
like, I'm going to sit down and hypnotize you with this
thing.
They
don't do that anymore.
And you're going to like tell me all this stuff and you're going to remember it. And I just feel like that's fishing for like spending more money on therapy. I'm going to make you
She's not a big believer in therapy.
I've not had a good experience with therapy.
Well, talk therapy to me. I have to have somebody smarter than me.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not 100, I'm not Elon Musk smart. You don't see any rockets in the backyard, do you?
No, but for you to be able to have somebody that like knows more psychology than you, then that is saying something because you.
I don't know if I'm not that good. Yeah. I just watch a lot of crap. That's all.
You're just very fascinated by it and you find it interesting. So therefore you like research it.
Yeah, I do. I'm
just mind blown by people accusing innocent people of stuff. Cause it's like, it's Salem. We didn't learn
Happens
the first
all the time.
Well, we didn't learn with Salem witch trials and we didn't learn then. So it makes me else, what else is
it literally is the Salem witch trials all over again.
But it makes me wonder what else is a Salem witch trial out there that we're going through now? I guess that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, listen, and that crosses into politics, so we can't do that.
No, we can't talk about politics because somebody will get mad and send us hate mail.
Yeah, and we're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about things that we want to know about. And honestly, the last thing we want to know about is a politician.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they basically just ignored Kelly and what happened to her.
Yes.
Because they're all wrapped up in this. She got killed by Satan.
Exactly.
I mean,
and then the prosecutor gets involved, the sheriff, and then they turn it on the investigator, trying to say that he was involved. That's why I think what he was doing, he was saying, "There's no link here. What are you people doing?"
Oh, I bet you're right. And they got mad because he called them out.
Yeah, and they were about to take him to trial. It went to the grand jury, and the Texas AG got wind of it.
Well, thank God, maybe someone with some sensibility.
Yeah, the Texas AG got wind of it, and he went through everything, him in his office at the time. And oh my gosh.
I imagine he's pretty upset. He or she. It was probably a he. But,
yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they went through it all. And what they did is they basically said, everybody here is full of shit.
Well, at least
and they
be
dropped
honest.
Everything.
Well, that's good.
Texas AG was outraged that this happened.
I mean, rightfully so, because they didn't do any police work for Kelly, and they basically, this poor 7-year-old is being coaxed to confess stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah. And, the prosecutors were trying to go for the death penalty on these folks.
The death penalty?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
These people were they're probably something akin to Waco people. It's kind of like they kind of have a half cult thing going on and they're weird. So we don't like them.
So therefore, we're going to target everything that happens in that town on them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's messed up. Wasn't Waco? When did Waco happen?
Right around that time.
Is it right
94, I think, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I'm going to Google it because I'm curious.
You got to Google it.
I got to know. I remember when Waco happened because I remember thinking, what the heck is going on?
Ruby Ridge was really the instigator of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was bad. But at the same time, the people involved in the civilians involved in Ruby Ridge escalated it too. Everybody tries to blame it.
1993.
1993?
Yeah, February 20th, 1993. Let me see here. Yeah, February 1993 is when they raided. So, yeah, it's right in the middle of this whole entire thing where, people are having different, whatever. If you want to worship Satan, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's your prerogative.
That's up to you. When it comes to religion, it's between you and yourself and God.
Yeah, whatever your form of God is.
Yeah.
But this is around...
Or no God, I guess.
1993, 1994, 1992, when everything was, if you weren't Christian, then you were... that's what all I remember about the whole thing was if you...
People today, we've either forgotten about that or they just never... I don't know. If you're in the South, you experienced it.
Yeah, I would say so. You definitely experienced because, what gets me though about Satanic Panic is if you want to wear a Metallica t-shirt,
that's not Satan.
That's not Satan. You like the band.
Yeah.
Do you worship the band? That's your prerogative if you do. But
worship is a transitory term.
Yeah, exactly. But they were thinking like, if you're wearing that shirt or you're wearing like your hair a little differently or what's it, mullets or something in the 90s? Or am I thinking
mullets? Everybody had a mullet. What are you talking about? That was normal.
I know, but they're so ugly.
I even had a mullet. It was just, I was very classy with my mullet.
I remember my brother having one and I just wanted to go back behind it and just cut it. It was ugly. But, just because you want to wear that t-shirt, shouldn't instantly think they're out there like killing goats and like worshiping babies, or killing babies. That's such a far stretch of reality to me. It's just a band.
Yeah. And in the meantime, this woman's dead and no one seems to care. They're more interested in putting the Kerrs in jail than they are.
So basically she gets no justice.
None at all. And we still don't know anything about her.
Because I couldn't find anything on newspapers.com as far as like a 20-year revisit of the case or anything like that. I couldn't find anything because I'm thinking, did you just have nothing to, okay, we messed up. We went with the Kerrs. Oh, I made a mistake. Let's go back to square one and try to find her killer. And there was none of that. It's like I
don't understand how they could lose her body and never find it.
Well, I don't know what that part of Texas is like. We live in the Ozarks, so the mountains.
You can do that out here.
You can do that out here.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of mountains. There's lots of, or like in Tennessee or Kentucky or someplace like that. I can picture like the Smoky Mountains, somebody could disappear, but I don't know what that part of Texas looks like. I do remember people telling me when I lived in Texas, like the east side of Texas is a little bit different than the west side of Texas as far as there is hills.
Yeah.
But their definition of hills and our definition of hills are slightly different, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So our AI investigator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Robert
Cade
Resser.
Mercer.
Cade Mercer. Robert Resser, a.k.a.
Well, it's just I told AI to use all the stuff we know about murder.
I know, and I'm teasing him because I feel like we need to put a face on him and a little hat and, and he...
Monocle? No monocle.
No monocle. Okay.
So his position is it tells us the panic was the problem, not the crime.
I agree with that.
First, the patterns in Gilmer match every known profile of panic-driven contamination. Children repeated phrases, adults rewarded, stories grew with each retelling, and none of it aligned with how organized offenders actually operate, because they would be I guess they would be an organized offender you'd have to be if you're in a cult. Yeah,
you'd have to have some sort of like hierarchy or structure.
Well, and you'd have all these, put them on the slab, make the ritual, whatever.
I think all that stuff.
Get some horny toads and boil them down.
I think all that stuff that we picture in our head from the movies, I don't think that's what it really is.
I don't have any idea. It didn't exist until Crowley started doing it. Before that, there was none of this.
Yeah, and wasn't it?
It's new.
Yeah.
Like 200 years old at most.
And wasn't he, Aleister Crowley, kind of off his own rocker?
Yeah, he was nuts. He had a bunch of people. They just did it for fun, and he was serious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the stories grow with each retelling, says Cade, and none of it aligned with how organized offenders actually operate. There's no behavioral signature or ritualistic crime here.
Okay.
This is clear signature of suggestibility. Second, he says, nothing physical backed the claims. The FBI said for decades that large ritual networks leave evidence, scenes, tools, remains, transport, communication, right? You would be able to dig something
You'd find
up.
some evidence, period.
Yeah.
There's no evidence on
And there was
this whole
none of
thing.
that here. What it had was misidentified bones, collapsing timelines, and testimony by 7-year-olds strained to the point of just for the utility of it. And he also says here that Cade thinks it was the boyfriend or one of her other close friends that did it.
I mean,
Because it suggested highly. She could get in the car, or she got in her car. Her purse is there. There's no signs of struggle. The car wasn't broken into. So she knew whoever walked up to her.
But my point is, if she knew who walked up to her, wouldn't she take her purse with her? To me, that seems very
Not
strange.
if he grabbed her.
Oh, it's true.
Or said, hey, come here. I want to talk to you in my truck for a minute.
And then snatch. She's gone.
Right. And and just ether, to the face. And boom, Casey Anthony, just do that.
That's true. She took her key because she's probably thinking she's going to go right back in her
Yeah,
car.
she probably has her key in her pocket.
Or it could be like one of her friends are like, hey, I see you have a slashed tire there. Let me help you get that. And then they start talking and it takes her.
Yeah.
We're saying he but
More than likely.
It's a he.
It's like a 90% chance it's a guy.
So no one out there.
Women generally don't kill this way. They'll poison you or something.
Yeah, I don't want people screaming. I was like, there's women could do that too. Let's just think about statistics here.
Yeah. Statistics shows that's without statistics, we'd never been able to find Dahmer or anybody else.
That's true. I mean,
that's just the way it works. Ted Bundy gave us the rules and we expounded upon them.
yeah, and people before him did too, I'd say.
Yeah. I was just being, sarcastic and bloviastic,
Yeah.
which is not a word.
I'm sure he'd love that kind of credit.
Oh, he would love it. He'd be in here talking. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, then he'd want to go out to some, to the University of Arkansas, sorority row.
I don't know, man. The girls these days, he might not be interested.
Their hair's not parted down the middle.
I'm such a jerk. But yeah, no, he says it has to be somebody she knew.
So the
Cade
boyfriend.
suggests that from the profile.
So the boyfriend, though, he didn't. Is he the one that lied about his alibi?
Yeah.
Or
He didn't lie. It just kind of moved around.
like he didn't say it exactly the same way all the time, which I would think if you're under that much stress, thinking you're being accused of killing your girlfriend, you'd make sure that's on point.
Yeah.
I would think.
But then he died of cancer.
Which, God rest his soul, that's awful.
And it may not have been him.
That's true. It might not have been him.
It might have been there was another guy involved. And I'm not going to say his name. It was a friend of hers.
Yeah.
And those are your two prime suspects. That and the manager. But the manager was accounted for.
Yeah, he went home. He had an alibi.
Yeah.
And everything. He was cleared. So they basically were so focused on this family and that they're out there like having fun with Satan that they totally ignored everything else. So they ignored forensic evidence.
I would have brought that boyfriend in and just roasted him.
Well, yeah, that's
I would have been like, we know you did this. We can't see how anybody else could have. But I would have got a subpoena for his car and tried to see if there's any blood evidence, figure out where he was.
But they did some of that, but I feel like
They didn't follow through.
I feel like they kind of like started it and then, let's go to this one because this one sounds better. We'll go over here.
Yeah. And that's because of the Satanic Panic. They all thought that these people are crazy. They're weird. They're out here living in a compound out in the woods in the mud. And they've got tons of kids and then, barely go to school. They don't feed them. They're already on the DHS or whatever, CPS.
They're a different version.
They're a perfect target.
And they're an earlier version of David Koresh. Or later version of David Koresh. It's a 94, right?
Yeah, this is...
Koresh was
They
in
were
93.
doing this in 92, though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
They were all like, doing...
I don't know if it's Koresh or not.
Well, no, it's not Koresh. What I mean, like an example of like, he had his own compound. He had his own religion. He had his kids stay there. They're keeping their...
Nowhere in the stuff I've reading is it claimed that the Kurds have religion or anything like that.
Okay, I'm just making an assumption.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to find it.
Okay,
if it does exist, it's probably out there somewhere then.
Minus religion, just they're living a different lifestyle than what the town finds acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the Satanic Panic's all about.
They're doing something that the town or your government or your town or the social norms of the day find unacceptable.
Yeah. So in 92, and remember, this is the Kerrs were already investigating them in 1990.
Oh, so they already kind of had
They were already investigating the Kerrs in 1990. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is ongoing.
So they wanted, dependent on somebody, wanted it over.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is horrible to do to a family.
Yeah, it was before she was killed in 92.
Wow.
Or disappeared. I mean, it's possible she was, anything. At this point, anything is plausible at this point. She could be trafficked. She could have, a billionaire could have stopped by and said, hey, I'm going to let you live this romance novel if you just come with me now. And she goes, okay, and changes her name and becomes, beauty queen and all sorts of stuff. And no one knows it's her.
That would be nice, but highly unlikely.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to be positive here. What?
It's hard. I mean, there's no body. At this point, it'd be bones if she was found.
Yeah, and especially now. Somebody will probably come across it sometime when they start doing, urban expansion. Eventually, somebody's going to come across the body and go, who the hell is this?
That's usually how it happens. Somebody, like a hiker finds him, or a trapper, something like the last case.
Or a squirrel hunter decides not to call in until the next day.
Yeah.
Still think that guy did it.
I still think so, too.
I don't know. I can't tell.
But that's kind of sad because his family, her mom and her dad, probably based upon the age and how old she was, and if they're still alive now, I don't know. But they're holding on to hope because that's what you do as a parent. But I mean, you have no answers. Nothing.
No answers at all.
Nothing.
And they're never going to get answers. And I don't know if they're alive or dead. I didn't check. So.
But honestly, say they find her now and they put her to rest. They still don't have answers. They still don't have justice. Just because they dropped the ball because they wanted to blame it on something that was easier.
Yeah. Well, this is why we need evidence and this is where I get it. This is where I would be a bad juror because I'd be like, unless you have hard evidence and not some idiot saying they did this, I'm not convinced, and I'll never be convinced by eyewitness testimony.
No, you can't because, we
know how bad eyewitness testimony is.
It's very bad. And
is that a red car or a blue car? I think it was green. No. It was purple.
Unless you purposely looking at something to remember something, which you're not doing that when you're out and about. And,
Our brains don't even work like that.
No.
That's not how they know how we recall stuff, and that's not how our brains work.
No, so unless it's like forensic evidence, like blood or whatever, saliva or whatever, or like fingerprints or
DNA.
And
DNA is not always foolproof either.
No, it's not. So
but it's very rare that it's not.
I think I would be a bad juror too. I'd be like, I need 100% to know that they were there based upon DNA evidence. If they're not, you're asking me to kind of vote with of my peers what I feel about person. I have someone's life in my hands. That's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility.
I wouldn't do it because I've been falsely accused a bunch of times of stuff. Growing up, I got falsely accused of all sorts of crazy crap. And I'm like, no, that never happened. Not even close. And so I know what it's like to be on the other end of that. And I'm not going to do that to somebody.
Yeah. And I think especially if it's a death penalty case.
No, but it was never anything legal wise or
but it was
anything. It was just people accusing me of crap that I never did.
Childhood stuff.
Yeah. Well, and some adult stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Lost a job over it.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't do any of that.
That's crazy. But I don't know. Plus, jurors don't get paid enough for that much responsibility.
Yeah, they get, $2 a day back then? Now they get $25.
Yeah, that's not even paying a wage for you being gone.
Yeah. We should at least compensate them for what their normal wage was. That'd be nice. Then people will be willing to do it. It'd be like, I don't care what your verdict is, but when you're in the seat, you're getting whatever you're getting your $18 an hour that you usually normally get. That's the way we should do it.
Yeah, people might take it a little bit more seriously, but as also for the prosecutor and for the other one, their attorneys, to weed out the people that are always for the death penalty or, that kind of thing. They weed them out based upon whatever.
I've always said public hangings would stop a lot of this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Back in the 1800s, we thought it was a party.
Yeah, well, they were hanging people for stealing horses.
Yeah, and you didn't get,
There's no appeal. You were just hung the next day.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're guilty of stealing this horse. Okay, tomorrow you die.
Yeah,
there was none of this like, I didn't do it because of this.
Yeah. So that's her case. Still open. No one knows, and probably never will know. Especially if the killer, and I'm saying if, was the boyfriend who died of cancer. We'll never know.
We'll never know because there's nothing dependent on anybody.
No, you can't. There's no evidence, no nothing.
And
it's just gone.
She's obviously, realistically, she's bones right now. So
yeah,
you may maybe get a cause of death.
Or she's living in Dubai, living a princess life.
That would be nice.
We can always hope.
But if you're listening, contact your parents.
Yeah, at least whisper it to them. Send them a letter, like a letter with a check for $1 million.
But she was a beautiful girl with a very much
typical 90s cheerleader
blonde with all the hairspray in it. You don't want to get closer with a cigarette. She'll light on fire.
Yeah. Satanic Panic took over, and that was it. That's really what this whole thing was about, was Satanic Panic.
I'm glad it died off.
Yeah.
I wonder how many other cases are out there like that.
Well, the Me Too movement cost a few guys that, and that's documented too.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of stuff that guys shouldn't have been doing as well, that were bad guys. And it just kind of blew up on ones that were just hated by some woman because she was mean. Not all women are like that. No. I'm just saying it happens over and over and over again because we're human. That's
another witch hunt. Good and bad.
Yeah, I think. You can't not believe the woman. But because it's someone's life,
you better have evidence.
You got to make damn sure that it's real.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm not, it's a catch-22.
But for any woman out there to accuse a man of that, shame on you.
If he didn't do it.
If he didn't do it, shame on you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's awful.
You're ruining it for the people who actually were abused.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this kind of puts every child that's ever been abused in question. Things had to evolve.
Yeah.
Where I want to believe that no child is skipped, but I know it probably happens because there isn't enough evidence.
Yeah.
And it all stems from cases like this.
Yes.
Which is sad and awful.
And all those other cases that happened. I read off, 12?
I know. Innocent people.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever changed their lives.
So think about it. If you ever find yourself in that situation, I guess, ever find yourself in that situation, I need to enunciate, think about this kind of stuff. Think back and go, am I doing the right thing? Is this real? Or is there any doubt in my head? If there is doubt in your head, probably don't need to be doing it. Need to do it differently. Go about it differently.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't target people.
So that's, definitely don't target people. So that's it for her. I don't know what else to say. It's just a completely crazy case.
Do we know what happened to social workers? I wasn't able to find anything.
It's like they just disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm sure they lost their job.
I hope so.
The one sergeant got his job back finally. That they accused of him being part of it.
Well, that's good. He got his job back.
Yeah, he got his job. I don't know past that.
He probably kind of should have gotten reprimanded for not doing his job, but then he got his job back when he got the shoe on the other foot and got accused.
Well, if he stood up against him.
We don't know if he did or not, but we want to believe he did. But
and this happened so long ago. Probably a quarter of these people are dead. We know one of them is.
Yeah, the poor boyfriend.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
If he's a poor thing, he might have got what he deserved. We don't know.
We'll never know, but we want to be positive. But, guys, Turkey Day's coming.
Turkey Day?
Turkey Day.
You always call me that.
I don't call you Turkey. He's being a dork.
Yes. What about turkeys? Fascinates you so much.
Well, because we're having Thanksgiving and it's a big turkey and everybody's coming over here.
Yeah. Mm.
I had to say something positive after an awful, nasty case.
Yeah. I mean, it's this it happens. So,
yeah.
So I guess if you enjoyed what you just heard about what's going on with that, there's a whole lot of other places you can hear a lot more detail about the crime. I'd caution you to not take it all 100% because you never know what's true and what's not true.
I would say so, yes.
And you don't know. Documentaries are the opinion of the documentarian, not necessarily the facts. I know this because I make documentaries. So when you listen to anything, like the Gone Cold podcast, which Andrea is lukewarm on because the guy's monotone, all he does is talk like this.
Which, no fault to him. It's hard for me to hear that.
It's just his shtick. That's probably why people listen to him, honestly. Just saying.
There's probably someone out here that doesn't want to listen to this because of my voice. So, I'm not one to judge.
That. Your sexy voice.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Sexy voice. I get that all the time. Guys message me and goes, "That's your wife?" I go, "Yeah." Damn, I was going to see what she has to say. And I'm like, yeah, leave my wife alone.
I don't you get that?
I do. I did.
Did you?
I swear to God, I did twice, actually.
Oh, okay.
So there. So I keep trying to tell you. You still believe me. So weird.
I know.
You got to start believing people.
But next week, we're covering James Wayburn Hall, which
Arkansas's one serial killer guy.
Yeah, well, you could say that he's a serial killer, but you could also say he's probably a spree killer. It depends on how you want to define that. He killed 4 people, so I guess technically by definition that is. But I don't know. I read the book on him years ago. And, but I thought he would be interesting to cover because the last case, he wanted to be a serial killer, and we figured out, he only got convicted of 1 person. So
he got 3, I think. Anyway, we'll go into that next week.
But James Wayburn Hall is interesting guy. It's back from around World War II era, but the 40s era.
It's interesting. I was doing a little research before we sat down for this on that one.
Yeah, he's
interesting. And also, too, if you want to hear really cool stories about history, find Paul G's Corner. That's my personal podcast, and I go over all kinds of weird stuff. This last episode I did was absolutely great, and I get lots of all my buddies in the podcast land are like, "Yeah, man, this is like one of the best ones." So
you do a good job. And they're interesting stuff that I didn't even know happened in history, which I'm like, when did that happen? Or come on, that can't be real. The moon one was the one that I was like very flabbergasted over.
We tried to bomb the moon.
I'm still like, I'm glad we did.
Then we had Project Pluto, which is an irradiated cows with a nuclear core powered missile. Missile or missile? Missile.
Okay.
50 English.
Yeah.
That was basically the core was just exposed to the air.
That's just mind blowing.
Blowing radioactive exhaust all over everybody. Crazy.
Well, the poor radium girls, what we used to do with radium and radiation, we didn't have a clue.
The last one was about anthrax.
Oh, yeah. That one was mind blowing, too, because he had me listen to it and I blurted it halfway through. And I was like, is that the person that did that?
Yeah. And this next one is actually a good little plug here for it. The next one I'm doing this week is, did you know Soviet Union wanted to ask America's permission to nuke China?
Oh, that's going to be interesting to hear.
Yeah, I didn't know about this either. And I'm like, what?
That's a big ask.
Yeah, that's a big ask. Versus a big ass, which is totally different subject. But that's okay.
Yeah, we're not talking donkeys.
Donkeys? Okay. I'm glad you went there. I also got some new merch up on the website. Remember that?
Yes, you did show me that.
Some cool stuff. Which one did you like the best?
I like the little raccoon guy.
I'm only here for the unsolved crimes and free snacks.
Yeah, that one's cute.
What about the ask me about murder or donuts? Honestly, I mix them up.
That's kind of funny. Get some cups and donuts. Wah, wah, wah.
I still like the CSI Walmart.
Yeah, that one. If I think anybody in Arkansas gets that the most.
There's a hoodie, too. We got a new hoodie today. My hobbies include panicking strangers with true crime facts.
That one would be funny to wear, I think, out in public.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're local, buy one. That way, if I'm out running around and I see one, I can stop and say, "Hey, thanks for the money."
Yeah.
Or, "Cool shirt. I'm glad you liked it." Or whatever you want me to say, because you bought a shirt, so I'll say whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll shake your hand and autograph or whatever.
Autograph it.
Autograph it.
That's not an auto. I have to manually do it. What?
Nothing.
And all that stuff's available at paulgnewton.com. That's paulgnewton.com if you want to experience the other side of life.
Definitely.
Right? What song is this? I got to load a new song into the thing.
It's a creepy, mysterious song.
But this is the one that goes into something that I didn't want to use because about a minute in, it turns into something else. Right?
I think this is the one that does that.
Yeah.
He's very picky about the music we play, so...
Yeah. This doesn't fit this motif at all, does it?
It's a mysterious vibe.
Yeah. That's your song.
I just think it's funny. We need to know everything.
Yeah.
I need everything.
All right. All right. Talk to you next time. See you guys.
George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.
Thank you for listening to Things I Want to Know. You want these stories and we want to bring them to you. So hit the support link and keep this circus and the mics alive. Then do us a favor, rate and subscribe. It helps the show find more people just like you, the ones who like their mysteries real and their storytellers unfiltered. And if you want to wear a little bit of this madness, grab some Andrea-approved gear at paulgnewton.com. We make these things for you because it matters, and you're the kind who knows the difference.